Hello, and welcome to a moment with Vivacious. I'm still elated. How are you today? It was just so wonderful watching the inauguration, like a new beginning. Yeah, yeah, a new beginning, and how women across the country, uh, of all races, everybody, we just all decided, two Facebook pages, that we were going to all wear pearls, and everybody went out and bought their pearls. I had back pearls back. Shared some, bought some, but it's all to say that unity is going to be the only way we can make it work. When we become unified, there's nothing we can't accomplish. And I understand that some people aren't happy with being here, but now I believe that it's time to make a choice. It's a time to make a choice. So we're going to stand up and join in and hear what everybody has to say and take a little bit from everybody to make a whole, understanding that everybody's not going to get it their way, but we all are going to be sufficiently cared for. We can do it. And the only way to do that is to work even harder at becoming a united nation with a united front. It's not impossible. It starts first of all with yourself, knowing who you are and your purpose for being here, understanding why you think what you think. What happened in your past to give you some of the thoughts, and to be willing to open up to knowledge, to be willing to open up to learning more, to hearing other people's side. And that enlarges our own tent. I was so happy, the feeling of, the two Pearl Facebook pages, everybody, with their pearls. And it wasn't only about pearls. People made other comments on, what we need to do politically, about people sick, about themselves sick, about their birthdays. But I'm trying to bring forth what positiveness came from us unifying. And once you get to know yourself, you become one. You become that I am that can touch within you. And no one could take that power that's produced from knowing who you are, where you're going, and what you're bringing, what you're giving, and what you're allowed to come in. And then we can open up to our families to become one, to teach, to lead, to guide, to comfort, to behold. Because of just like a husband and wife become one, that family, that unit become one. And from the household to the brothers and sisters and their family and their children. It was exciting this morning, like I've always told, my cousins are like my brothers and sisters because we were raised as one. We were raised in that unity. And my cousin this morning, after Trump left the White House, and maybe I shouldn't say what the text was about, but he sent a family text out to say, is he going? And we just did it all together. That's the point I'm trying to make. Every Christmas, New Year's, birthdays, things that come up in the family, we get on a joint text, and we all text one another, bringing forth that unity. And when you can do that, you're such a power in your community. And now that we have the president, We have a word to unite, to know ourselves and become that I am, and to know your family and to get to know your community. We have a new president today. We have the 46th president of the United States. And I'm here to tell you, you have a part to play. What is it that you need this country to do for you? It's not going to happen without your work. It's not going to happen without your involvement. I'll tell you the two things that's big to me. One thing is to educate our children, to educate our nation. We were once leading the world in education, and now I'm sure we're fifth in the world, the United States. What happened? We need to muscle up on our educational system, because without education, we're going to bottom out. We can't wait for someone to educate our kids. We have to educate them. It starts at home. And what we can't get at home, we have to try to provide. And I understand we have a public school system, and they should hold them accountable. We should hold them accountable for educating our children. We should know what they're teaching our children and what they're missing, and how can they get it. I had a disability when I was young, but my mom, she taught me how to learn. And today, I still deal with that. But my mom taught me how to learn when I was young. And I've never lost any of it. So therefore, I am able to teach myself, through the ages. But my big problem is the healthcare system. I believe that Medicaid for all is a failure. It will be good for people who have cars to ride, who understand computers. We have older people who are trying to figure out these things, these computers, and can apply on time and get their Medicaid approved. But if their illness passes a certain amount of money, they won't have any health care. And Medicaid writes the rule, not a physician. Medicaid writes the rule about what treatment you get for what health issue. I am for returning to state-owned hospitals, medical systems, state-owned medical systems with federal funding. And that way anybody who gets sick can go into that state hospital and get all that they need. Here in Atlanta, it was Grady. At home, it was the charity hospital system. At home, we still have a little bit of Grady system here in Atlanta. But at home, they've totally gotten rid of the charity hospital system. So there's no place for poor people to go. So it limits the treatment. That's it. 2 people have cancer. The person with money is going to get the extreme. The person without money is going to say, this is all we can do. We've run out of experimental medication. I'm sorry. We've done all we could do for you. Let's bring that medical system back to equalization. I plan to do, I've been studying the system when it was the state-owned system I'm writing papers, and I'm going to present that to my senator, to my congressman. And we're going to work on it, because it would be so much less of an expense if people receive the correct health care and preventive health care, if everybody got it, the same across the board. And we begin a foundation for our children to learn. I'm not an educator, so I don't know the foundation of education, but I know people who are in place to do that. And I will hold them accountable. We must build our nation united together and build this nation to again be the strongest, most richest, most powerful nation that ever existed again. But this time, it's in love and unity and justice. Thank you for sharing this moment with Vivacious.